According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, an average of 22 people die each day waiting for an organ. And thanks to one person's selfless choice to donate, a Wiregrass woman didn't have to die waiting, but she did have to make a heartbreaking decision. WTVY's Lisa Sacaccio shares a Midland City woman's journey of waiting for a heart.
Thank you, Marie. We first introduced you to Marsha Lindsay back in 1995. When she arrived home from the University of Alabama Hospital at Birmingham. She was the 400th heart transplant recipient at UAB. I connected with her on social media and went to visit to see how she's doing 22 years after her transplant. Marsha Lindsay was 32 years old with a baby daughter and 21 weeks pregnant when she had to be rushed to the hospital. She said she was experiencing pain and her body was swelling up.
The doctor told Alan, he said, I can't save both of them, and she'll have to have the baby natural.
Marsha's heart was failing, and to save her life, she was forced to go into labor.
At 8:22, I had Madison, and his heart beat for 2 hours and 50 minutes, and he was perfect.
After 2 months, Marsha was still in mourning over her baby's death, and she still wasn't getting better. She went back to UAB.
They started tests. They said, we've got to start talking transplant. My heart function was at 7%, and that I wouldn't make it through the weekend. The first thing out of my mouth was, no, I don't want somebody else to have to die just so I can live.
With a tremendous amount of faith, they prayed for a heart.
If it's God's will, you know, for you to get a heart, then it's God's will, you know, for that person's life too. And we have to think of that.
A heart was found in 3 days from a donor more than 100 miles away.
They came busting in the doors and said, it's showtime. That was their words, it's showtime. And they started getting me ready to prepping to go into surgery. I was heart number 400 from Huntsville, Alabama. And this is the bucket that they actually put it in to bring it from Huntsville to UAB. Know there's a God when you're laying on that table and they have taken your heart out and you don't have a heart inside of you, but you're living. And then they place the other one in and it starts beating.
It's been 22 years since Marsha got her new heart, and since then, she has been known as the Tin Man.
He was looking for a heart, and I was looking for a heart.
So are you the Tin Man?
I'm the Tin Man,
From
yeah.
Midland City in Alabama?
That's right.
For Marsha, she says everything happened in her life for a reason. She was the 21st UAB heart transplant for the year.
And I was 21 weeks pregnant. And I got my heart on August 22nd, and Madison was born at 8:22. So it all worked out.
Since then, Marsha enjoys her life as a wife, mother, grandmother, and dog mom.
I realized there was more to life than just go to work, come home, go to work, come home.
22 years after her transplant, she has advice for anyone waiting for a heart.
The whole reason I went through the transplant was because God said, stop. Stop worrying, stop stressing, stop panicking over everything, and just be still and know that I'm God and I'm in control.
Marsha had to have open heart surgery in 2010, but she has been in good health ever since. She goes back to UAB every year for a checkup to make sure her gift of life is still ticking. Marie?
Thank you, Lisa, for a beautiful story about Marsha. Almost 120,000 people are waiting for an organ donation across the U.S. There are more than 3,000 in Alabama alone. If you would like to become a donor, we have provided a link on our website with more information. Travel over to WTVY.com.